I'd probably put it in three different areas. The first area I would put it in is companies that help link paid, owned, and earned connections. So for instance, one of the people that presented yesterday or day before was Bluefin, which basically connects what goes on TV with what goes on in conversations. That would be one of many types of companies in that space, because we truly believe in this paid, owned, earned connections is what our clients will eventually want. That's one area. The second, and so that's the technology play. The second area, to a great extent, is people. I think the marketing industry has not enough talented people. Somewhere in the last 10 years, for some reason, we lost a lot of talented people. We need to get talented people back.
So you would use some of your $100 million to, how would you do that? I mean, you start a company that does that, or?
No, I would do a couple of things. What I would do is a combination of companies, and those companies tend to be either smaller, they tend to be in places like design, rather than advertising, in a strange space, and a lot of them tend to be outside the United States. Pound for pound, some of the talent that my brown brethren have in India is rather remarkable. When you actually see who's actually doing all the work for Google and Microsoft and all these companies, they're sitting in India. They're not necessarily sitting in Mountain View or wherever. So that's sort of the second area. And the third one is something that I think we need to understand, which is, while the world is going digital, people are analog. I think the biggest challenge that all of us are going to face, that I face to a great extent as one of my roles, is how do I take our company into the future? And there are only two ways to do that, which is you change people's mindsets or you change the people. But you can't change all the people, because you won't even have a brand or a company or a history. So you have to change the mindset. And so I would work in psychological counseling and a lot of that. There's a whole bunch of training and re-education that needs to be done. So it would be some technology, some talent, and some training and re-education specialists. I'd invest in those three, because those all are going to be very big businesses.